From a 5,000 square feet master bedroom to a massive 70,000-gallon swimming pool and an exquisite two-story movie theater, these mega mansions owned by the super rich would absolutely blow your mind. Here are the top 10 mega mansions in the world and their unique designs and luxurious fittings. Number 10. Pensmore Highlandville, Missouri, $6 million, 72,215 square feet. While you'd have probably opted to build a gigantic home on your 72,215 square feet piece of land, Stephen Huff, the owner of the prestigious Pensmore Highlandville, had other things in mind. Huff only wanted to construct the most secure building in the world, given his background as an astrophysicist and a former CIA agent. What Huff had in mind was a house that could withstand the strongest earthquake, survive bomb blasts and tornadoes, and even the most ferocious fires and hurricanes. I mean, the walls of this mansion are 12 inches thick. Huff began construction of his home in 2008 in the Ozark Mountains, and this edifice of a home remains to be completed. While it undoubtedly has all of the needed facilities of any modern home, Huff also tucked in a space history museum in one of its 5 stories, in addition to the 13 bedrooms and 14 bathrooms that it already contains. According to experts, this home would still be standing for another 2,000 years, and there are now widespread rumors that Huff wants to demolish the structure and start everything again from scratch, given that the existing structure does not entirely meet his safety and attack-proof requirements. Number 9. Villa Leopolda, the French Riviera, 80,000 square feet, $750 million. Ever heard of the Safra family? Well, if you haven't, then you're about to get the full gist of who this family is. You see, the Safra family owns some of the most exquisite luxury houses in different locations across the world. Aside from owning the mind-blowing Safra Mansion in Brazil, they also own the Villa Leopolda, a magnificent piece of prime real estate located on the French Riviera. This 80,000 square foot building, which was built between 1929 and 1931 by an American architect, Ogden Codman Jr., has an interesting history. The estate on which Villa Leopolda sits today originally belonged to King Leopold II of Belgium. The villa would go on to serve as a military hospital during World War I, before being converted back into a home after the war. Villa Leopolda has been home to the Safras since 1987 and was last owned by Lily Safra in 2008, before it got sold off to Mikhail Prokhorov, a top Russian billionaire. Villa Leopolda is the world's 3rd largest home and the most expensive private residence in the world. This exquisite mansion boasts 19 bedrooms and 14 bathrooms, distributed among the main building and 2 guest houses. If its interior doesn't appeal to you, you can go outside and take a dip in any of its 12 pools, stroll through its vast gardens, or check out the commercial greenhouse. Number 8. The Reverie, Palm Beach, Florida, 84,600 square feet, $111 million. La Reverie was acquired for a reasonable $4.5 million back in 1995 by Sydell Miller. It remains the 7th biggest celebrity home worldwide and the largest in Palm Beach, Florida. Beyond providing a comfortable place to live, the present owners, Steven Schoenfeld and Sydell Miller, also use it to organize concerts and host charitable events. The home has 3 floors, a basement, 10 bedrooms, access to the intracoastal waterway, and big open windows that let in a lot of natural light. It also faces about 350 feet of oceanfront, which easily makes it a popular location in Palm Beach. Given that all the rich and famous flock to Palm Beach, this setting couldn't have been better. Now, this is very advantageous if you want to sell enormous houses for a lot of money, and this architectural masterpiece is now valued at well over $100 million. Number 7. Modern Versailles, Florida, 90,000 square feet, $100 million. This is probably the most delayed project of all time, and despite construction work on this project commencing more than 18 years ago in 2004, it's still not finished. Well, we really can't blame David and Jacqueline Siegel, or can we? Following the recession in 2008, the couple just could not immediately continue with construction work, especially given the building's intricate design. This gigantic structure boasts 11 kitchens, 14 bedrooms, 3 indoor pools and 2 outdoor pools, as well as a man-made hill, which was constructed on 10 acres of beachfront land. It also holds a video arcade room and a ballroom capable of seating up to 1,000 people. Well, that's not all. This building will also hold a 2-story movie theater, a massive aquarium filled with tropical fish, 2 tennis courts, a sizable garden, and even an elevator connecting the master bedroom to the closet, all of which are modeled after the actual Versailles Palace. Perhaps you can begin to understand why the construction work seems to be taking forever. The mansion is being constructed with the most expensive materials you can think of. For context, the wood used in the modern Versailles is some of the last legally available Brazilian mahogany, which costs around $4 million to acquire. An enormous amount of marble was likewise imported from the Seagull Quarry in Italy, with each marble carefully numbered and only fitted into its assigned frame. While still unfinished, the modern Versailles already dwarfs many properties in America. When it's eventually completed, it'll be one of the largest and most expensive mansions in the country. Number 6. Whittenhurst, London, 90,000 square feet, $450 million. After Buckingham Palace, the next most popular building in London is the Whittenhurst estate, and the reason for this is not far-fetched. It's simply because it's the second largest residential estate in London after Buckingham Palace. The enormous mansion was constructed between 1913 and 1920 using architect George Hubbard's design. It also included a pretty enormous portion of the famous Parkfield estate. All the contemporary conveniences you could desire are held within this 90,000 square foot estate. In total, 65 rooms, 25 of which are private bedrooms, are spread across its 3 stories. It also has one of the largest ballrooms of any private residence in the world. Whittenhurst also features a gigantic swimming pool that's attached to a sauna room and a gym, a movie theater, a massage parlor, and plenty of parking. The property was sold to the Russian billionaire Andrei Guriev in 2008 for a rather paltry $64 million, all thanks to the recession. But its value has since appreciated remarkably since then, and it's now estimated to be worth around $450 million. Number 5. The One, Bel Air, California, 105,000 square feet, worth $126 million. Bel Air is not only popular for being home with the Fresh Prince, but it is also the location of The One, an outstanding 105,000 square foot building. Niall Niami, the erstwhile owner of The One, wanted to build a home that only a selected few individuals could afford, making it one of the largest in the world. I guess when you're simultaneously a film producer and a real estate developer, it becomes much easier to get crazy ideas about what an ideal home should look like. Or, how else do you explain a house looking more like a party destination than an actual home? The One boasts a skydeck, a private theater, 30-car garage, 21 bedrooms, 49 bathrooms, and 5 swimming pools. It also features an 8,500 square foot nightclub. The One was recently purchased by Fashion Nova's CEO Richard Sagian for a hefty $126 million. This price tag makes this edifice of a structure one of the most expensive real estate to ever go up for auction. The One is presently undergoing extensive renovations and is expected to be put on the market at a price tag of $500 million once completed. Talk of luxury at its peak. Number 4. Safra Mansion, Sao Paulo, 117,000 square foot, $750 million. There are only a few other buildings in the world that thoroughly depict opulence as much as the Safra Mansion in Brazil. This property was built by Edmund Safra, who before his death was the second richest man in Brazil and unarguably the richest banker in the world. The Safra Mansion houses 130 rooms, multiple indoor and outdoor pools, and a high wall surrounding it. Few people are aware of what's inside because the Safra family members prefer to keep their business private. They are well known for owning several extremely expensive houses all over the world. Number 3. Biltmore Mansion, North Carolina, 179,000 square feet, $155 million. The Biltmore Mansion was constructed between 1885 and 1899 for George Washington Vanderbilt II, whose family amassed wealth through the transportation industry. Right now, this gigantic mansion is the largest privately owned home in the U.S. It's surrounded by 125,000 acres of land, more than 4 acres of floor space, 250 rooms, 35 bedrooms, 43 bathrooms, 3 kitchens, 65 fireplaces, and a banquet hall. Other highlights include a bachelor's wing with a smoking room and a gun room, a massive 70,000-gallon swimming pool in the basement, along with a bowling alley and a gym. This magnificent structure is so large that it required dedicated railroads and an on-site bricklayer. Number 2. Antilia Mumbai, 400,000 square feet, $1 billion. The 27-story, 550-foot-tall Antilia building in Mumbai, India's financial capital, is owned by the pharmaceutical tycoon Mukesh Ambani. Rather than a beautiful residence for himself, India's richest man chose to construct his tower instead. This iconic tower cost approximately $1 billion to build, and is currently the second largest private mansion in the world. Well, for Ambani, building a $1 billion tower only took a fraction of his $30 billion net worth. Every level of the structure is distinctively planned and constructed, utilizing unique materials at every point, and giving the building its distinctive architecture. Vastu Shastra, a classical Hindu art of house construction, served as the guiding principle for the construction of the entire structure of Antilia Mansion. Every floor of this architectural edifice has a specific function, and the building features 110 parking spaces, spas, gyms, indoor swimming pools, and a helipad on the topmost story. Number 1. Istana Nurul Iman Palace, Brunei, 2.15 million square feet, $1.5 billion. If not a huge and opulent palace, what else could possibly be the largest house in the world? The main residence of Brunei's Sultan Hassan al Bolkiah, Istana Nurul Iman Palace is the world's largest residence, measuring 2.1 million square feet in total. Designed by Leandro V. Loxon, this palatial mansion features an impressive array of amenities, including no fewer than 1,788 rooms and 257 bathrooms, a 110-car garage for the Sultan's 17,000 cars, fully air-conditioned stables for horses, a dining hall, a 5,000-capacity banquet hall, swimming pools, and even a mosque with seating for 1,500 people. The palace only welcomes visitors during the 3-day Eid-ul-Fitr celebration in the Islamic calendar. Throughout the last 10 days of Ramadan, Istana Nurul Iman Palace also welcomes guests for prayer sessions. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss more videos of the luxurious life of the world's most affluent individuals and families. You absolutely want to check out this video to get a peep into the exquisite lifestyles of the richest women in the world. See you in the next video.